welcome back to the Beach Bum Bookworm. I am Tiffany. I'm so glad y'all found me again today. My channel is all about cozy mysteries and romance books. The lighting, just going to say it from the start and for the next couple weeks because we have a couple more storms rolling in. I live in the Tampa Bay area. I'm about 45 minutes from Tampa, right on the Gulf, and we just had a storm and we're fine. We're all good, but our storm shutters are up, which means we have no natural light coming in. Nothing I can do about it right now, but they're already predicting another storm that might be brewing. So to take them down and put them back up would be a nightmare. So here we are. So please, please, please bear with me. I'm doing the best I can. Okay. So I thought it would be fun since I'm doing my Help Me Pick My 25 new Cozy Mystery series to start in 2025. That I show you where I am on my 24 list. So it is third quarter, just wrapped up, so it's perfect to give you an update. So here we are on the new series 24 to start in 2024. I am going to do a progress report on my SAS list as well. That will be next week, so let's just get right into it. We're talking my progress for the third quarter of the year for 24 to start in 2024. And 3, 2, 1, go! As always, please don't forget to hit the like, notification, subscription bell. All of those things help us out tremendously. They mean a great deal. Support is absolutely free. It costs nothing to hit any of those buttons. Thank you, thank you, thank you for those that do and all the support. I'm having the best time. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get right into these. The first one on my 24 list is the Cat Latimer series. These are all new series to me. This is my 24 new series to start in 2024. Cat Latimer. I did start it. This series is by Lynn Cahoon. It's set in Colorado. It features a former English professor named Cat. And she inherits a B&B from her ex-husband, and she turns it into like a writer's retreat. I gave the first one 3.5 cups of coffee, and I will continue the series. It's not like on my, I gotta like read number 2 right now, but I really enjoyed it, and we'll get back to it. Next up is the Cora Crafts Cozy Mystery Series. Book 1 is called Death Among the Doilies. This is by Mollie Cox Bryan. I did already start it. I loved it. I gave this 5 cups of coffee. It might go on my SAS. If it doesn't go on my SAS, I'm definitely continuing it either way, but I might put it on that list so I can work on it. There are 4 books in this series. This is set in North Carolina. It features 30-something blogger Cora, and Cora was a counselor at a women's shelter, and she opens up a craft retreat, and I loved it so much. And the cover on it, obviously, is absolutely incredible. Oh, I love the colors so much. Some of my favorite colors right there, all wrapped into one. Next up at number 3 is the Costume Shop series. This is by Diane Vallere. Have I read it? Yes! I loved it. If I could give this 6 cups of coffee, I would. This is like right up my alley. Loved it so much. It's going to probably be a favorite of the year. It speaks directly to me because it's a costume shop. I love it so much. The first book is called A Disguise to Die For. And there are 3 books out in this series. The next one is fall, so I kind of want to sneak in number 2 sometime before the end of this year. We'll see. So this says, no sooner does former magician's assistant Margot return home to Proper City, Nevada to run Disguise Delimit. That is a great name. Her family's costume shop, then she gets her first big order. So her dad, he had, did he have a stroke or a heart attack? He had something medical happen to him, and she came home to help him. She was living in Vegas. She was working at a casino, and she was also had been a magician's assistant. I don't know if I read really any Nevada cozies, so that was really fun. So she comes home. She really always wanted to work at the costume shop. She did it the whole time she was growing up, and she really just wanted to continue working there. And her dad's like, I want to make sure that this is what you want and not just like you're settling for it because it's all you know. So that's why she went to Vegas. So when she came back, she was like, it's fine because this is really where I want to be. The costume shop really is her thing. I loved her character so much. She wears a different costume every day. I want to be her when I grow up. I loved everything about this. It was so much fun. Her dad sneaks off because she's watching him because, he's had a medical emergency, and he sneaks off in the middle of the night to go to Area 51 to like get some alien stuff. It was just hilarious. I loved everything about it. Definitely a fave. Next up is the all-day breakfast cafe. The first book is called A Scone Cold Killer. This is by Lena Gregory. I did read this. I gave it 3.5 cups of coffee. There's 7 books in this series. I will continue it. I gave it 4 cups of coffee. Sorry. It says, when Gia Morelli's marriage falls apart, she knows it's time to get out of New York. Her husband was a scam artist who swindled half the millionaires in town. And she doesn't want to be there when they decide to take revenge. So she goes to Florida. She starts this little cafe called the All Day Breakfast Cafe. I really enjoyed it. Next up at number 5 is the Deep Lakes Cozy Mystery series. The first book is called Deep Dark Secrets. This is by Joy Ann Rabar. There are 5 books in this series. I have not started this because I really wanted to wait till closer to winter because it looks so wintry. I mean, I'll read it whenever, but I thought, well, why not, wait closer to the end of the year? So we shall see. So it says, if you like bakery without the calories, yeah. Wine without the hangover, and drama without the backlash, try my Deep Lakes Cozy Mystery series. Make friends with Frankie Champagne, full-time baker, vintner, and bubble and bake shop owner with her business partner and best friend, Carmen Martinez. Frankie's sideline is sleuthing regional reporter for Point Press, giving her the opportunity to stick her nose into crimes in the small tourist town of Deep Lakes, Wisconsin. I cannot wait. Next up is the Darla's Delectables Food Truck Cozy. The first book is called Poison in the Pastries. This is by Susan Harper. I did read this. I gave it 3 cups of coffee. I will continue it. I'm not sold on this series because I really love the idea of a food cozy. I really like a food truck cozy. Love it so much. And this one is fun. The covers look so fun, the other titles, but there wasn't really any sleuthing. She just knew the answer without any sleuthing involved. Really, the only reason the victim was even brought up was because her best friend was dating him. That was there was no sleuthing. And I was like, huh. But the other part of it, the food truck, I loved it so much. So I definitely, like I said, gonna give it 2 a try. It was a first in a series, so you never know. Next up is what is this one called? Sally and Pearl Adventure Club Cozy Mystery series. So book 1 was called Mexico, Margaritas and Murder. You've probably seen this one going around. This one I gave 4 cups of coffee to. Actually, I think I gave it 3.5. This is by Wendy Day. And this is what sold me. Golden Girls meets Thelma and Louise. Y'all know Golden Girls is my favorite show of all time. So anytime you can say Golden Girls in the title, you're probably going to get me. I'm definitely going to read number 2. I've heard number 2 is even better than number 1. I think that the 3-star rating for me was my own expectations. When I saw Golden Girls and the idea of 2 older ladies that are sassy and funny and they're going on a cruise together and they're independent, and I think I built up in my head what exactly I wanted. And when I didn't exactly read that, it affected my rating, which isn't fair to the author, the book, or anybody else. I know that. That's why I'm being honest with you. And I definitely am going to give number 2 a read. Next up is the Ghost Town Cozy Mystery series. The first book is called Murder at the Mine. I did just read this. I gave it 3 cups of coffee. I will continue it. This features Lily. And Lily comes back into town to run this old mining community. It's set up like an old mining town. They do shows. They all wear costumes. Sounds exactly like something I would love, so I can't wait to continue it. Next up is the Texas Flower Farmer Cozy Mystery series. This is by Jackie Layton. Jackie Layton is one of my favorite people. I met her at Malice a few years ago, and I've seen her every year since I've started going, and she is really just the sweetest. I love her so much. This book was so good. I think I gave it 4.5 cups of coffee. The first book is called Weeding Out Lies. So of course, by me saying that, I have read it. This is a series about a Texas flower farmer. She goes to deliver some flowers and she finds someone dead. And I loved it so much. I'm going to put this on my SAS list. There's 2 out, but there might be more coming. So I'm so excited to continue. Next up is the German Bakery Cozy Mystery series. I've said this in my last video. I'm going to say it in this one. If you know of any other like really diverse or, different cultural emphasis, something like that, please, and their cozy mysteries, please let me know about them. I would love to check them out. So this one's called The German Bakery. The first book is an old-fashioned Christmas murder. I have not tried it because I was waiting closer to Christmas. I might now give it a shot because I'm winding down this challenge because I've done so well. So proud of myself. Okay, so I have not read this one. This is by Tracy Donnelly. It says, it's Christmas in the little Texas country town of Walnut Creek. Fern Fisher's favorite time of the year. Mine too! It is also the busiest time of year for our family's bakery, German bakery, founded in 1865, where they still bake the old and dear recipes. That was all I needed. I love the idea of learning about German bakery and the type of things they make and recipes, and I'm so excited. Next up at number 11 is the Northwoods Cozy Mystery series. The first book is called Resort to Murder. This is by Annie McEwen, and I can't tell you how fast to go and run and buy this book. I'll give you a few seconds to go buy it right now from Amazon. Okay, so it is probably going to be on my favorites of the year. I can't imagine it getting knocked off at this point. It was amazing. It was amazing. This features Emmy Cooper, and Emmy goes to her family. They have a little resort called Cooper's Cove. Is it called Cooper's Cove? Cooper's Cove Resort in the Northwoods, and they have cottages and cabins and stuff like that. And oh my gosh, so cozy. The cover on it is one of my favorites. Everything about this was so good. Her friends are so relatable. She's been gone for a while, but it's like they never left. I just felt like that was so relatable because if I went home tomorrow and called my friends up from high school, it was like, hey, I'm in town, in Illinois, and they'd be like, let's get together, blah, 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 meet us at, and it would just be like no time had passed, and I love that so much, and they were like that too. The other thing I loved about them was they were so relatable to my friends in the way of like, without a doubt, they were like, sure, we'll help. Like, she's like, you don't even know why I'm calling. She would call and be like, hey, I need some help. And they're like, okay, pick us up at 6. She's like, you don't know what I'm going to ask. It could be illegal. They're like, it's fine. We're good because it's you. And I loved it so much. There's a dog that's a klepto. I can't sell you this. If I haven't sold you already, I'm never going to, and you're going to make me cry. Go get it. It's amazing. I also read number 2, which is the other book out. Both of them are fantastic. 2 books out. I could not wait to read the second one, so I just went straight into it as soon as it was out, soon as it was available. It was so good, so good. Next up at number 12 is the culinary, what is this series called? The Great Witches Baking Show. The first book is called Great Witches Baking Show, so this is a play on the Great British Bake Off. This is by Nancy Warren. This is such a fun idea. Might be a little too paranormal for me. I'm a light paranormal galley. But if you like paranormal, check out this series because it was such a fun premise. There are 9 books in this series. I give it 3 cups of coffee. I might read the second one. I just don't know if I'm the target audience. Next up is the Tucson Valley Cozy Mystery series. The first book is called Dying to Go. This is by Marcy Blessy, and I've read the first one. I loved it. I loved it so much. This one will be going on my SAS list. I think I gave the first one 4.5 cups of coffee. And again, it's another kind of Golden Girls. The name of the main character is all 4 of the Golden Girls combined. I think it says in here, 39-year-old Rosie Laurie named Rosa Sophia Dorish. So like Rose and Sophia combined and Dorothy and Blanche combined. I love it so much. Her mom is amazing. Her parents. Her parents are amazing. I love that so much. This one was so funny. She goes to help because her dad had a knee replacement or something with his knee. And her parents are a hoot. And she's meeting her parents' friends. And, it's kind of like when, It's like the tables have turned. She's like meeting her parents' friends and she's like, should you be hanging out with them? Are they a bad influence? It was hilarious. I loved it so much. Her parents are so independent and sassy and fun. I cannot wait to read more. Next up is The Haunted Guest House. This is number 14. The first book is called Night of the Living Dead. Did I read it? Yes, I did. Did I love it? Yes, I did. It's hard to know what paranormal is going to work for me. I'm definitely a light paranormal. I'm definitely light sprinkling. However, after that, some works, some don't. Never know. This one absolutely did. E.J. Copperman is Jeff Cohen. And let me tell you, Jeff was the Toastmaster at Malice a couple years ago. And I've never laughed so much. He is hysterical. He's so witty. He's so clever. So funny. So I knew that this series would be funny, and it was. It totally worked for me. So our main gal is named Allison. She's newly divorced. She's a single mom. She buys this rundown guest house on the Jersey Shore. She's going to pick it up. She's going to fix it up, and she's going to rent it out. And as she's doing the fix up things, weird things start happening. And I think she even gets hurt. I'm pretty sure she gets hurt. And it turns out that there are two ghosts that also live in this house. And they believe that they were unalived in this home. And one of them is a male. He's sweet. The female, Maxie, she is sassy and she does not like any of Allison's design choices. It's so funny. Every time, like the color of paint or, whatever she chooses for the fixtures, Maxie is not approve any of her choices. And I loved it so much. It was so funny, so good. And there's a part in here where we realize that the young daughter can also see the ghosts. And the mom's like, why didn't you ever tell me? And she's like, well, I told you before in the old house and you didn't believe me. So it was like her daughter's always been able to see ghosts, not just the two here, but her mom just kind of blew her off. But if something happens and then her mom can see them. It was really, really good. I cannot wait to read more. Next up is the American in Paris Cozy Mystery Series. The first book is called Mastering the Art of French Murder. I did read this. I loved it. This is by Colleen Cambridge, and it is the best friend to Julia Child in the time period where Julia Child is at Le Cordon Bleu in Paris. And I loved it so much. 3 books out in the series. Can't wait to continue it. Next up at number 16 is the Supb Cozy Mystery Series. The first book is called Crime Chowder. This is by Hilary Avis. Did I read this? Yes. There are 4 books in this series. I did like it, but there wasn't any soup in a soup series. I find this puzzling and confusing. Okay, that's not true. There was soup in this book, but it wasn't the theme. Like, the theme is supposed to be soup. She made soup at this at this event. This event for like people who are donating money for or investing into this land property. And she made a soup for them. But the book itself has no soup. She wants to own a restaurant, but she never says she wants it to be soup. There's no like soup other than what she makes. But the series is called the Supb Cozy Mystery Series. I'm definitely going to read number 2 because somebody told me they looked up number 2 and that she opened a soup kiosk at a train station. And I gotta tell you, I love that so much. That sounds like so much fun. I love the idea of a train depot cozy mystery. I feel like there would be a lot happening at a train depot that would be very cozy and very like, I don't know, I picture small town like Petticoat Junction or something like that, but being set at the train station. And I love it so much. I want it. And so I thought that this sounded like that might be even somewhat close because she has a soup kiosk at the train station. So I am definitely reading number 2. Next up at number 17 is the Zen Goat Cozy Mystery Series. I love this so much. The first book is called An Escape Goat. This is by Jana Rollins, who is AKA Paula Charles, who writes the Hometown Hardware series. Both of these series are absolutely amazing. Really. I highly recommend both of them. This one was so fun. It's a goat yoga. And I think that's so unique. We don't have it. It's set in New Hampshire, which another thing that's very unique to this series, we don't get a lot of New Hampshire cozy mysteries. So our main character, she learns about her family. So she'd been separated from some of her family, like from divorce and stuff like that. And through some research, she finds her great aunt and uncle, and they offer for her to come out to New Hampshire. She really wants to eventually be doing yoga on a beach somewhere. I think she mentions Costa Rica or Puerto Rico or something like that. But for right now, she's just trying to save up money. They invite her to their New Hampshire farm where she is going to open a goat yoga studio. Her first package, so she has a retreat where people stay and there's spa and other stuff going on while they're there. And this group of mean girls shows up. The head mean girl, who's actually not the meanest, ironically. She is this big time influencer and very snooty, very mean girly. And she ends up dead. It was so good. I absolutely loved it. I can't recommend this one enough. A goat yoga, yes, please. And like I said, I loved the location. It was just so much fun. Next up at number 18 is the Humorous Cruise Ship Cozy Mystery Series. Book 1 is called Killer Cruise. This is by A.R. Winters. I did read this. I gave it 3 cups of coffee. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue this, but mainly because I just don't remember it very much. It's a cruise cozy. I love cruise cozies. I enjoyed it. I gave it 3 cups of coffee. Just not sure with every other book I want to read if I'll get back to it or not. Next up at number 19 is the Alaska Campground Cozy Mystery Series. The first book is called A Midlife Mountain Murder. This is by Julie Ecker. There are 3 books out in this series. I gave this one 3 cups of coffee. I was so excited for an Alaska cozy. So excited for an Alaska cozy. I think I built it up too much in my head, but I also think that what I want about an Alaskan cozy is the wintry aspect. And with Campground, it can't be that cold because they're sleeping outside. So I think that took away from a little bit of what I wanted. And so it was more me than the book. I gave it 3 cups of coffee. I might read the second one just to see how that one is, but I'm not sure. Next up at number 20 is the Musical Murder Cozy Mystery Series. The first book is called The Sound of Murder. All of these are puns off musical theater. Mwah! Yes! Yes, I love this so much. This is by K.L. Montgomery. I gave the first one 3.5 cups of coffee, but I will definitely continue. Like I said, each one is a play off of a musical theater, and in this one, our main character, Ruby, is playing in the traveling version of The Sound of Music. Loved it. Love this premise so much. Next up is the Luscious Delights Cozy Mystery Series. The first book is called The Pepper Peach Murder, and I have not read this yet. I just purchased it. So I am ready to go. This is by Meg Benjamin. It says, our main character, Roxy, is the jam queen of Colorado. Yes. If you know of any jams, jellies, preserving, anything like that, as far as homestay type stuff, but mainly on preserving especially, or canning, that are cozy mysteries, please let me know about them. I've already read the Donna Wallow Clancy. It's on my SAS list. I loved it. That's really the only other one that I know of. Now, I know farmers markets will have a little bit of that in there, but I mean as a focus, this is the only other one that I know. And I, again, have bought it. I'm ready for it. There are 3 books out in this series, but I am always looking for more. Next up is the Southern Belle Cozy Mystery Series. Book 1 is called Sheer Fear at the Curl Up and Die. This is by Belinda Page. I have not read this one, but I have bought it and I am ready. And hair cozies again. Know of any hair salon cozies? Let me know. Next up at number 23 is the Frank Amato Cozy Mystery Series. Book 1 is called Limoncello Yellow. I love this cover. This is by Tracy Andretti. I hope I'm saying that name right. There are 9 books in this series. Frankie is a straight shooting rookie cop in Austin, Texas, and until an embarrassing 911 call prompts her to take a job at her best friend's PI agency in New Orleans. I love the idea of a New Orleans cozy mystery. I have not tried this yet, but I did get this in my box for the Cozy Books Corner box. I can never say that title correctly. The Cozy Books Corner box. I've done 2 boxes from them. They've been absolutely amazing. I have a couple more coming up because I really wanted the holiday boxes. I was so excited to share those with you. If you haven't checked out those, I have them in my videos. Please go and check out. They have an amazing Cozy Mystery subscription box, and I opened them and did the unboxing, and they are amazing. This book came in one of them. I cannot wait to try this. Next up at number 24 is the Amish Seamstress Cozy Mystery Series. The first book is called Murder of an Amish Bridegroom, right here. This is by Patricia Johns. I gave this 3.5 cups of coffee. There's right now only 1 book out in it. If there's more, I definitely will continue it. This features Petunia. And Petunia lives in Blueberry, Pennsylvania, which is so cozy. That just sounds so cozy. She is the youngest old maid at a whopping 22 years old. Yeah. It was really, really, really cute. Really enjoyed it. First in a series. Definitely want to read more from it. I did have a 25 on my list of 24 starting 24 because I felt like I needed one to grow on, like you do. It's the Golden Motel Cozy Mystery Series. This is by Ellen Byron. The first book is called A Very Woodsy Murder. And let me tell you, this is going to be on my favorites of the year. I'm so glad I included this on my list. I'm so glad I needed one to grow on because it was fantastic. There's something about Ellen Byron's writing. I love everything that she does. Everything that she does is a hit for me. So this one, so much fun. Our main character is a down on her luck TV writer, sitcom writer. Her name is Dee Dee, and she impulsively buys this rundown motel. And her business partner, his name Jeff? I don't know if I wrote his name down, but is her ex-husband. But they are the best of friends. Absolutely love that dynamic. I think it's really nice to see people being able to show that even after the love has changed or your relationships change, there's still ability to love one another platonically. And I loved it so much for that alone. But it was so much fun to have a motel. We don't get that a lot. It was a unique premise. It was just the location. Everything about it worked. And I think it was Ellen's writing that really did the trick. So much fun. That is my list. I've done pretty well. I think there's only about 5 left on my list of 24 to start in 2024. So I'm very excited to get to those because then I have the rest of the year to do whatever I want. I didn't. Okay, let's just move on. What are you reading in 2024? What have been your favorites so far through the 3rd quarter? Have you read any of these? Give me a big thumbs up for this video. And until next time, may all your future reads be 5 stars. Bye, everybody.